I'll just square up here.
Get relaxed. So you just announced a huge event. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
AEW Big Business coming to Boston TD Garden March 13th. I can't wait for that show. It's going to be one of the biggest nights ever in AEW, and it's just under 5 weeks away.
That's crazy. How long does it take to plan an event like that? From like first thought.
It really depends. In this case, it can take months. And it's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and it's a dream to be able to bring the show, the stars lined up. It's hard to get a Wednesday night in the TD Garden. It's hard to get any night in the TD Garden, so it worked out perfectly.
Now, did you have, when you announced it, did you know, hey, I'm going to be doing all these interviews on Radio Row, I want to talk about it?
100%. But I think that certainly is something. It's great to have this opportunity, but I think in the big picture, we're looking at worldwide media landscapes and the TV audience, and we've been able to grow AEW into a massive media property in 150 countries now.
Can you just talk to me a little bit about this experience, being here representing AEW at the Super Bowl?
It's great. It's several years now in a row I've been able to come to Radio Row, and people want to talk about AEW because we've grown to be the best wrestling league in the world, and we have the best shows. Last night I thought was an amazing show, top to bottom, and last night was not only one of my favorite shows, but I thought it exemplified what AEW is all about. And we're coming out here to Las Vegas. If you're around Saturday night, we're doing a show minutes outside of town. It's actually Henderson, Nevada, which is minutes outside Las Vegas. That's where my plane landed when I got here, was Henderson, Nevada.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to bring AEW Collision here for the first time, because this is where AEW started, was out here in Las Vegas 5 years ago.
Are there any dream matchups that you could like let the audience know that you're maybe creating in your mind, even if they're not really feasible? Maybe some, outlandish, exciting dream matchups.
Well, sure. I think I'm very excited about what's coming up for Revolution. These are some dream matches, I think. I can't believe we get the AEW World Champion Samoa Joe versus both Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page in a three-way match. That's going to be huge. And we know Samoa Joe is maybe the greatest three-way wrestler ever. And he's taking on two men who have built one of the greatest rivalries in pro wrestling, not only today but in my lifetime, Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page, who are blood rivals in every sense of the word now. And an amazing rivalry that's taken center stage for the past month, over a month, since Deonna Purrazzo arrived in AEW to start the year in her hometown in Newark, New Jersey. She's been fantastic, and her close connection, the bond between her and Toni Storm, to see the two of them now and the competition between them and the way they become fierce rivals. We saw a couple weeks ago they share a tattoo. They got matching tattoos on their ankles. So Toni Storm and Deonna Purrazzo, really cool to be able to have that matchup. And a timeless Toni Storm, what a great champion we have, and what a great number one contender. And that's going to be a great match at Revolution, which is going to be Sting's final encounter. And we saw last night Sting and Darby Allin winning the World Tag Team Championship. And to have Sting 36 years after his first championship match on TBS come back to the network he helped build and team with one of our great homegrown stars, Darby Allin, I just think it's awesome. And last night, top to bottom, exemplified everything AEW is about, and it was one of our best shows. We've had these great international partnerships, wrestlers coming in from New Japan Pro Wrestling, and the best luchadors coming up from Mexico and CMLL recently. So it's an exciting time for us, and I think it's one of our best runs ever right now for AEW.
Yeah, that sounds really exciting. On a more serious note, obviously, there's been some news in the pro wrestling world about some not so great things with women and abuse and things like that. I'm just wondering if there's anything that you guys are doing to help protect women in the sport.
Well, it's a great question. I can't comment on the terrible allegations against WWE right now. I think that's something people are paying a lot of attention to right now with good reason. For us, first and foremost, trying to create a safe locker room environment for everybody, women and men. And we have a really, really good bond. I think we have a great locker room, and I think everybody knows there's a support system there. There's a lot of channels, and I think everybody feels very good about having a safe place and a safe workspace, and there's people you can talk to. There's people in the office, even on the wrestling side, and for us, I think that's the most important thing in any office, of any workplace, is just having a lot of people that will listen and want to make the company a safe, good place to work.
Awesome. Last question, just a fun one to close it out. Are there any NFL players that you think, when their career is over, should come on over and try pro wrestling?
Yeah, a lot. I think there's some great players who would be great for the NFL and also for pro wrestling. Certainly we've had great interactions with George Kittle, who is a great player for the 49ers, to be playing in the Super Bowl this weekend. And every time he catches the ball, he does Pentel Zero Miedo. So I think he is tremendous wrestling fan and also a tremendous player. So someday he'd be a great wrestler, maybe.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.